Good evening. This is Simon, thetraderinstitute.com. I am doing this webinar for Trader Expos. Thank you, Anna. Thanks, Investor Expos, for hosting me. I'm excited. Good evening, everybody, because I will have some kind of a freedom where I could finish my webinar. I'm not, you know, I don't have time limit, but I'll try and keep it within 1 hour. Okay, it is very important. We have a lot to cover, but I will be talking about what we use day in, day out in our trade room, live trade room, and in our trade calls using signals with on Telegram, because I post my signals on Telegram. If you give me a second, I think I should close the window because the noise is very disturbing. Just give me a second. It is very exciting. There's a lot, as I said, a lot to cover. I will be slow. I'll try and explain everything, and at the end I'll answer your questions. For now, I will not be looking at any questions, but please write down your questions and we will look into them towards the end. Okay. Volume profile and how we are consistent using volume profile. Now you have to understand that the system is great, but a great system does not make you a great trader unless you respect the system and be patient enough to wait for the system to do what it's doing. Okay, you have to be aware of that. I can in many cases I noticed that I could give you a trade signal that the market, or let's say the gold, will go from this trade, from this exact tick to that point, to that tick, about 200 ticks move. Yet some people will manage to lose on that trade. So it's not about the system alone. Sometimes it's also personal, because people tend not to follow the rules. However, I will show you what I have. I will tell you what we do, and be advised that I don't sell anything today. I don't do any sales. It's not my job. My job is to show you what we do and how important it is to follow volume instead of technical indicators. And it is important for you to join a trial where we offer you a 2-week trial where there's no obligation. As long as you're interested, as long as we know that you're going to benefit from the trial, you're welcome. But before you join the trial, I want you to, because that's the only thing I'm offering today. I don't offer any special. I don't sell anything. I want you to do me a favor before you join the trial and go to our website and watch the following videos. First of all, you can click on here and get the trial. You can just email us through this. Go to education, click here. You have the first 2 videos are very important to watch before you join the trials. Of course, I have very important videos as well. That one of them is very important. This is a 50-minute, I think 50-minute long, but it talks about all the indicators that we use in our trading. Okay, and this also a very important video. It's called Adult ADD and how it manifests itself in traders. This is very, very important. This was done for us by Dr. Kenneth Reed back in 2014. Okay, by the way, I've been doing this since early 2000s. So 2014, he did this for us. And I usually joke about this, but I really mean it. Folks, unless you are getting married, you need to watch this today. Okay, it is very, very important. I enjoy it. I like it. Okay. One second. Is there an issue? Is there an issue with the screen?
The screen is good, Simon.
Okay, good. Excellent. Anna, let me know if there's anything because I cannot see questions. Um, so this video is extremely important because it's not done by me, it's done by a doctor who talks about psychology. A lot of people enjoy it, a lot of people watch it over and over. But going back to the point, first two videos are very important. I want you really to watch these two videos before you ask us for a trial. And to ask for a trial is simple. Click here and it'll tell you what to do. Just email us, right? Email us. It's very simple. Once you email us, you will be given, of course, after we know that this is for you, because if it's not for you, believe me, we don't want you to, because it's very sensitive. Trading is sensitive. We don't want to have somebody joining us and we know he's not gonna or she's not gonna benefit from it. So it's a very sensitive issue. So if we know this is you could benefit from it, then we will offer you a trial. It will include joining all these channels, the indices, the elite, the metals, which is gold, silver, oil, which is crude and energies, crude and nat gas, currencies. We have forex in the spot market, and we also have the FX in the futures market. However, there is a free channel that you can join now. There's a free channel that if you go to the website, I think it's somewhere on the website, it will tell you just join us for free. Here, free updates. Click here, and if you have Telegram on your phone or on your computer, it will just log you in and you can join that free trial. Sorry, not a free trial. This is a free channel. We have over 2,000 people in it, but this will give you access to some directions, some feedback, some updates. Okay, right here, and you can also ask for trials through this as well. This is for communication, basically, or you can maybe talk to me, private message me, etc. Okay, so that is what I'm asking you to do is after the session, you can maybe ask for trials, 2 weeks, no obligation trials. Okay. Now, who am I? I started in 2001 with Forex, but switched to futures soon after. I realized it's more controlled. It has some advantages. I still do Forex. I like it. I do Forex and CFDs. If anybody doesn't know CFDs, maybe ask me after. CFDs are equivalent, let's say, to the futures markets, but in the spot market. For example, NASDAQ, I can do futures and I can do CFDs. CFD is NAS 100. It's the spot equivalent of the NASDAQ. In 2005, there was a turning point for me. In 2005, folks, I locked myself in and I spent 6 months trying to understand the numbers. At that time, we were all doing technical indicators, right? Trend, technical indicators, Fibonacci's, etc. So in 2005, I focused on the numbers, the tape. I wanted to know the bid and ask ladder. What does it mean? So I brought a lot of things out of this. I have a physics degree, so I used my math, my love for the math, to try and crack these numbers. I was the first one who understood end of buying, end of selling, unfinished business, capping, traps, point of control. I did so much. However, we are still using the volume, but it evolved tremendously, as you will see in the coming slides. Do you use support and resistance? What do support and resistance mean to you? Do you trade with just indicators? Okay, just indicators. Let's see why most indicators don't work. We will see why most indicators don't work throughout this presentation. I mean, they might work 50%, 50-50. You might have a lucky day where all your trades will go in your favor, but the next day they might not. There should be some kind of volume involved in your trading. Volume is key. Fibonacci's, RSI's, channels, trend lines, MACDs, etc. What about price action? Do you use price action? I'm sorry, let's go back. Price action is tricky because some people think they know it and then they end up not knowing it, right? It's very tricky. This is from John, one of our elite members, which you can actually basically find him here. Once you join us, I have 141 elite members with me here. He says, when you are trading and watching your normal charts with lagging indicators, often the market will reach a point where it does something you just can't understand or predict. But using volume profile, the way Simon does, gives you a window to otherwise hidden currents that drive the markets. Quit reacting the market, as he's saying, just be a proactive trader. That's what it is, proactive trader. What do I mean by proactive trader? There's a very important step that I teach my members, and I follow it every day in, day out, and you will see it throughout my trials. You will see it yourself. I don't care about entertaining you when you join me. I really don't. I passed that. I'm doing this for almost 20 years now. My entertaining you is not my point. My point is to have to find a safe trade, safe entry, safe stop, and target for you using my method. Plus, of course, we offer the education, the indicators, etc. So it's important. The main important thing that I will focus on is anticipating the market's next move. How do you anticipate the market's next move? 3 main steps. It starts with anticipation. Anticipate, confirm, execute. That is very, very important. Anticipate, confirm, execute. Let me explain. Where is my main chart? Main chart is right here. You notice I'm not going to change anything. This is the chart that I used this morning, this afternoon. I just disconnected the data feed to have a safe and smooth webinar. Okay. I'll give you an example. Crude. And I'm not making this up because everything that I am telling you now is already posted here. So if you go to the crude channel, right? This is the crude channel. June 9th, you see the arrow coming down? June 9th and June 10th today, the arrow going up. This is June 9th. Okay? I said 70.40, the price 70.40 area, which means this top area that you see here. Let me just make it clear a little bit. This is 70.40 area. Okay? I said 70.40 area is a resistance. Okay? This is the time. This is the post, June 9th, 8:46 a.m. We opened the live room at 9 a.m. And then I said my stop loss. Pay attention, folks. This is something that you don't see elsewhere. Before I call a trade, I tell my members I have a stop loss at this price. Do you understand how powerful this is? I said, this is 852. I found a stop loss. I said CL, which is the crude, stops at this time are 70.65. 70.65 is the top line to the tick. So if I have a stop loss at 70.65, which is this line here, what am I looking for? I'm looking for the safest entry closer to the stop. So 70.40, it has a 25 tick stop. It is still reasonable because I'm looking for a bigger move, but I'm looking for some good entry. Okay? And look at this next post. I said oil support at 69.30. Do you folks understand what I just said here? This is before I even took the trade. Okay? And I'll explain this. This is the crude. I said crude, I have 70.40 resistance. This is your resistance area, 70.40. I said I have stop loss at 70.65. This is your stop loss. And I said 69.30 is your support. Folks, understand this. I said support. So this is your resistance. This is your support. Folks, so before I called the trade, I told you my entry area, I told you my stop loss, and I told you my target. Do you understand this? And it's all here. I'm not making it's right here, right in front of you. Okay, so let's watch what happens. So we got an entry which is around 60. You see it came up to 60, and this was the best entry for people to take that area. And look what happens. It took a whole day for this. It was very slow. Look at this target. This happened in the evening. This was in the morning, but the market was very slow. In the evening, we got the target. Now, if I have this that I called ahead of time as a support, what am I looking for now? This is. I mean, you usually don't find this kind of accuracy, but I will show you how easy it is to find it once you master the system. This is June 9th, right? June 9th in the evening. June 9th in the evening. This is oil support 69.30. In the evening at 9:22 p.m. I said CL long at 69.33 or better. My stop loss is 96, sorry, 69. I corrected the C. I said 96.18. Immediately, same second, I corrected it to 69.18. So I'm looking at an entry that has 69.30, 69.29, 28. My stop loss is 69.18. Folks, look at this. 50 people saw this at 9:22 p.m. yesterday. Okay, and not only that, I said it might be slow. Of course, it's 9:22 p.m. in the evening. Take that 10 ticks on target one, and this will also be explained. Why am I telling them to take 10 ticks target one? Take 10 ticks target one. If I take 10 ticks on target one, what am I doing? I am actually, if I'm going long, 10 ticks on target one, I am making 20 ticks. Why? Because we trade with 3 contracts. First 2 contracts go out at first target. So I took 10 ticks. It was because slow. So now I made 20 ticks. My stop loss is about possibly 20 ticks risk or so. So even if I get stopped out, I'm good. Watch this. I even gave them a visual of this. Okay. New stop 69.40. This is this morning when we got up. I said this is June 10th. Look at this. I said new stop 69.40. So now my stop loss is above my entry. Oil touches this price, move the stop loss to 69.60. Crude new stop is 70. So moving it up. Exit oil now 120 ticks runner. Final target. Okay. So if you see this, that was the exit. I was looking for 70 exit, but I told them exit now because I noticed pressure against us. You see those magenta lines, folks? This was a big pressure against us. So I would have actually given back the whole trade if I had not seen the volume. And this is where I see volume and the importance of volume. It is most important to respect the volume and see the volume. Now, next step is to show you this is what I'm talking about, anticipate, confirm, execute. Let me explain more, okay, and then I'll get into details. How do we trade? How many contracts? And how do we manage the trades? I already explained it a little bit. I'll explain one more time, and then I will get into more. So how do we trade? Let me go to the charts actually better. I'll show you. Okay. first, let's examine my main indicator. My main indicator is TTI, the Trader Institute's volume profile, VP. If you click here, studies, TTI volume profile. This is our main indicator, okay? I rely on this 100%, and then the rest of the indicators are just support indicators, which which with this presentation you will understand more. Remember, if you're confused, if you don't understand within this hour, join the trials. Look at the videos that I will show you as well. We have a lot of videos to support this. Let me show you something. This is volume profile, okay, on the right hand side. This is on the hourly chart. Let me remove these lines for now. I don't need this. Watch how the volume profile on the right hand side is giving me what? It's given me, let's look at the daily better. This one is better, yes. It's given me readings of the past that are related to each bar. For example, if I just reduce my charts to one daily or two or three daily bars, the volume profile on the side, it will look like this. Of course, I can increase it. I can decrease it. Sorry, I can decrease it. I can sharpen the edges, and I can smoothen the edges. Look how smooth they could look. So, however, this is not enough for me to read historical volume. I want to see more. So the more you bring in, the more charts you bring in or data you bring in, the more reading you'll have of this volume profile. You see? So this is your volume profile for this move, for this from the top, from the bottom, and you can actually go back to a lower time frame for the hourly to see. Now this volume profile, if you look at it, it gives me certain levels. Of course, if you have not seen this, you'll be confused, but I will try my best to simplify it for you. Watch this area. This all one color area, right? This is all gray. And you have a similar, but it has blues in it. So you have one area here, and then you have this area from here to here. And you have this whole area from here all the way to here. This is long term, right? And you have in between, you have different areas. Remember, all these areas are nothing but continuation zones, C, or let's okay, C, or rejection zones, continuation and rejection. Now, in between, you will have rejection areas that could be acting like a suction tube. What is a suction tube? Well, it's a phrase that we use in the room with our members. But something like this, for example, if I go to the hourly chart, and if I'm looking at it, or let's go to a small chart. Let's look at 1597 oil. Let's look at something like this. You see this area here? Once the price get into this top to the bottom area, I don't touch. If I am short, I will be keeping it because this whole area here is very, there's no resistance here. So to me, this is just going to go through it. So I keep it. Of course, there's other factors, which is, we will, as a full member, you will learn them, but throughout the trials, you will understand more. So you have level here that is continuation, level here that's continuation. This is continuation as well. And this is continuation. This is continuation. This we call, if you see this level here, we call this a knife. This is great for scalping. This is a knife. It's great for scalping. Do you see how the bottom of it, how the bottom here, if you see the bottom, how the market just bounced back up? Okay, these are all tradable levels. But It could be good for scalping. It could be good for longer term trading. So going back to the how do we trade and what do we look at? Okay. First of all, I look at 3 contracts trading. When I call a trade on using my, let's say, gold. Today I called a gold and it ran for 150 ticks combined. This was my gold trade. This from the bottom all the way to the top, from tick to tick. Okay, it was a great call. I'll go over that. So I am looking at, I call my trades for 3 contracts. You want to do 3 standard contracts. You want to do 3 mini contracts, micro contracts. You want to do gold on FX, gold versus the US dollar, up to you. But I'm calling it on 3 contracts. If you want to do differently, then you have to adjust, which is okay as long as you learn the method. I call target 1. Of course, I already knew that I could not only call the trade, I will call the stop loss ahead of time. I'll call the entry and I'll call my targets too. But target 1 is on 2 contracts. So for example, if I make 25 ticks on first target, that means times 2, it means I made 50 ticks. So T1, 50 ticks, and then we leave a runner with moving the stop. So let's examine the trade call I made on the gold. On gold, before I do that, I'm sorry, I'm ahead of myself. Let's examine some typical trade that you're looking at for, let's say, for a long. You're looking for a long or you're looking for a short. Let's say you're looking for a long. The market is going up, bouncing down, going up, and this is the gold, for example, gold, GC. Going up. Now it's coming back down to a level, but before it comes back down, you say, okay, I'm looking for a retracement. If it comes to a certain retracement, I will take it long. Okay, because you're dealing with retracements and extensions, for example, you're doing Fibonacci's, and that's just an example. It's not necessarily you, but anybody. So you have level Fibonacci here, a level of Fibonacci here, and another one here. Okay, and the market comes back down. You take this trade, it continues down, 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 down. You get stopped out. It comes here. This is your 50%. 50%, the best. Okay, 50%, the best. It comes here. You take it again. You say, okay, I'll take it. I'll probably this time is okay. Comes back down, lower, lower, lower. Stops you out, and it comes back down here. Doesn't touch this level. Goes back up. You say, no, it's going up. 50%. It just maybe broke it by a little bit or went through it, but it's going to go up. You take it long, it touches, because now the support turns to a resistance. It comes back down, stops you out. You get stopped out. Just for your surprise, the market continues up. Now you cannot take it anymore because either you lost taste for trading or you don't want to trade anymore. You got scared. You became gun shy. Now this is using a typical technical indicators system, which we all have done before. Now let me show you what could be done using volume profile. Remember I told you about, where is it? Come on, here. Remember I told you about volume profile, all these levels, and what do they mean? Let's see. Now you're looking at volume profile, and volume profile is telling you what? Telling you that there's a level here, a continuation zone right here on gold, and there's another continuation zone right below it, right? And there's possibly other continuation zones. Okay, now what do we do? I am looking for a retracement just like you are, but I'll change the color so you know what I'm talking about. But if the market comes back down here, this trade that Fibonacci trader person took it, do you think I will take it given the fact that this is a continuation zone? Do you think I can take this trade long? Folks, this is very obvious when you're using volume profile, when you understand your volume profile the way I explained. I simplified things. If you remember, we talked about this and I said we came a long way. This is part of it. This is where I don't look at the numbers anymore. We change things with this indicator, which is volume profile, and the next indicator that I will show you after. Okay? So do you think I will take it long? No, not interested. Why? Because it's inside the continuation. Do you think I know my stop loss ahead of time or my next support ahead of time? If this is a continuation, this is also a continuation. What is between the continuations? Between the continuations, you have a zone, okay, that we call rejection. This is your rejection zone, okay? R, rejection zone. So now, just like I showed you on the goal on the crude, I told you this is ahead of time before even I called the trade. I said this is my stop loss, this is my support. If I take it short, that will be my target. So I already know my rejection. So do you think if the market comes here, I'll take it? It is a reasonable call, but my stop loss is where? It's below the rejection. What's the point of knowing your rejection level if you don't use it in your favor, right? So I'm not going to take it. Even if I take it, I would expect it to go all the way down, all the way to the rejection zone, right? So I'm just not interested. Mind you, and it happens, the market might just bounce from here. You know, market is, you cannot predict the market, what it does. You can only do your best to be safe. So if the market comes to the 50% Fibonacci and all of a sudden news happen or buyers decided to come in or trading bots decided to shoot in their entries, there's nothing you can do about it. You'll miss the trade. I would rather miss the trade than getting in 30 ticks worse than what I anticipate. I don't do that. My students know that. So I would wait for the market to come here. Now here, what am I doing? All of you will say, now we can go long. Wrong. Even here, I'm not gonna go long. First of all, I know my stop loss ahead of time. I know my stop loss is within 60% of this. So my stop loss is somewhere somewhere here. This is my stop loss. I would color it blue. This is my stop loss. Okay? Because if the blue is broken, the rest is also exposed. So my stop loss, I narrowed my stop loss. I know my risk ahead of time. Do you think I'm taking this trade? Not yet. Next, this whole thing called anticipate. Anticipating the market. Remember you talked about anticipation? Let's talk about confirmation. Because we talked about execution. What did we say about execution? We said we use 3 contracts, right? Execute 3 contracts and we take first target to secure the winner. Now we need to talk about confirmation. I have a very great method to confirm, which I always use in my favor, which is using my SAL indicator, Simon's attraction levels. I will see instantly the buyers coming in or the sellers coming in or just pressure in general. Or sometimes they are sitting here already. Okay, so if I show you on the chart, you will say, okay, I got it. These are the lines that Simon's talking about. Let's go to the gold. And let's go to 987 tick chart. This was my gold long today. This from here, from this area. Do you see this magenta line? Do you see this arrow, this power line? So I have reasons to call it, and I called it, and I will explain to you why. And we're talking about the same trade call, but in this illustration. So I get my confirmation. So I got my confirmation ace, and then I executed the trade. And we take first target, right? The market goes whatever it goes. We take first target. Let's say here we made 25 ticks on first target, which we did. 25 times 2 is 50, so we got 50 ticks. My stop loss was, I think, about 20 ticks risk. So now even if the runner stops out, I still made 30 ticks profit. But then what about the profit target? Profit target, I told him, is 1902 on gold. And boom, 1902. Gold gave me about 100, just 150 ticks or so, something like that. I don't know. In general, this week I had, I think, 19 trade calls. I mean, this month so far, not week. This month, I had 19 trade calls only. I don't call so many trades. Sometimes I would give my members levels to scalp, but I don't officially count them because I don't scalp. But you can learn to scalp the same way. Why I don't scalp is because by the time I type the scalp, first target is gone. It's already, the market is gone. So I call midterm to long-term trade calls. All right. So I made my target here. Let's examine the trade call on the actual charts. Here, this is the gold, and this is the gold channel. Gold channel. Today is June 10th. Oh, why so many? Okay, here. At 9:16, I said 1889. I have support. Folks, do you see what I mean by 1889? This is 1889. You see this? Look at the time below, 9:34. So this was before that level. I said we have support at 1889. Okay. Gold stops at 1887.5 if I call it. 1887 if I call it. So the market was actually, the market came down and bounced up. By the time I noticed it, I said the stop is big if I call it. I'll explain better for you. This is very important to know. Market came down, it created that support level, but then it left. I didn't call it. At 9:43, which is somewhere here, I said it's gone. The stop is big because my stop loss is 1888.5, which you will see after, or 1887.5. So what am I waiting for? If it goes up, if the market had gone up, I would have missed this trade. This is 1902, which was my target. However, lucky enough that the gold retraced. I'm patient and I'm used to missing trades. If it doesn't come to a safer entry, I would miss it. That's fine. Part of what I do is also is designed to help my students to learn not only to trade, but to learn to be patient. So the market comes, goes back up. I don't take the trade, comes back down to a very interesting level, very small stop. Support is still valid. What do I say here? Looking to get in between 1891 and below. Came back down to 1890. We took it long, and then we had 30 ticks and move for T1. I got 25 ticks. Stop at 91 now. Stop at 91. So now our stop is above entry. I told them to move the stop. And I said again, I will try and call it if it comes back below. So I will try and call it again. You understand? So it's not, for those who missed it, okay, gold stop held. Gold runner is running nicely. And I said gold, my target is, this was the actual, at that time, this was the actual snapshot. This is from this morning. I said, let me just remove these. I said my target on gold is going to be a 1902. Okay? And then I told them to move the stop, etc., etc., etc. Look where the market stopped. 1892. Do you see this? This was almost, if you took all three contracts according to what I called it, it was almost 200, 180, 200 ticks move. Okay. What did Gary? We have a member that his name is Gary. He's amazing. He calls levels and trades that are they go for weeks, very long term. Okay. He said something. He joked about it about this trade. He said, Simon, you took the gold elevator up to the 1902 floor, and when the doors opened, you hit the emergency button and got off because it bounced down right from there, bounced off. See, bounced down from there. Now, using the SAL indicator, I'll explain something about the SAL indicator, very important. What do you see here? I'm going to take this out. I'm going to take this out. These are my lines. We call them. It's a line that is linked to an audio. If it hits, it will give you an audio of the sign of that indicator of that chart, so you don't have to miss it. It will tell you ES. If I'm trading the crude and I have a level, I'll put my line F6. Okay. When the market touches it, it will tell me crude. So if I'm looking at the Nasdaq, I know my level on the crude hit. So I'll just switch to crude. You understand? It's very important. I have that. It's available in Sierra charts. I mean, it's our indicator. It's not available through Sierra charts. It's available through my system. But here, what do you see here? This is a SAL indicator that's been sitting there for over a month. Okay. Remember I told you knowing the direction sometimes is not enough for a lot of people. You have to basically tell them where to buy, where to sell. But some people are advanced. Not every trader is the same, right? A month ago, folks, this showed up. This SAL indicator showed up. This is heavy volume market makers level, we call them. This is something I designed a long time ago. I think 4 years ago. Okay. This is our latest indicator that I designed. But let me show you something very funny. This is the indices. Let me go to the indices and let me type this level, 4250. Okay. This is May 12th, a month ago, May 12th. Watch this. Look at the price on the ES, 41.17. Do you see what I say there? I said ES showing attraction to 4250. And I see it's supportive at this time. Stops are at this price. 41.11, folks, was at the bottom of this chart at that time. And you see it right here. It was a live chart at that time. Tells you the time and the date. That is how far I was able to predict not me, I mean the market makers gave me that. I just see their entries, their levels. Another time I said ES attracted to 4250. This was on June 1st, 10 days ago. Another time I said that was still at the bottom. I said that it was on June 2nd. Folks, June 4th, I said the same. June 7th, I said the same. Until finally today hit it. Do you understand the importance of using volume in your trading? It is very, very important. I cannot imagine any of my members being able to, after they learn this, of course, being able to trade or to look at the markets or understand them without it. Okay, so this is how we trade. And this is how we manage the trades. These are some old pictures. This is in 2006. This is Brampton. If anybody in the Toronto area, they know Brampton, Mississauga, Toronto. Oh, come on. Are we back to normal? I always get this. I don't know why. Okay. Denver. I had Denver. I was invited in 2012. This was long ago. This is in Las Vegas, 2013. I did a presentation. The ACE method or the VP style is the answer. Because if you trade, do you trade what you feel? You know, once you look at the volume profile, once you understand volume and what the market makers are intending to do, you will not look into the feelings. Feelings have to be out, because you will see it. You will trade what you see. Your feelings are pre-programmed usually towards the market. For example, yesterday we had a crude inventory report that came out very negative. Logically, everybody will go long on the crude, because that's what it is. If you have negative inventory, it means the crude will go up. It's supply and demand, basically. But it came down, and I called short, because it's not about how I feel about it. It's about what I see. Okay, Fed news, politics, elections, war news, all will play a role in your psyche. Okay. So always trade what you see, not what you feel. Your psychology versus my accurate trade calls. A lot of people will, at the beginning, will not benefit from my trade calls to the fullest until they believe in them. Finally, they will understand them. So that's why you need to use the 2 weeks trial. Of course, there's no obligation. Just see how you feel about it, how you understand it. A lot of people will eventually say, I wish I took the trade. Why did I panic? And this is for people who already became members, because even once they become members, they will have that period of time when they doubt, they still follow their old style, the old feelings, until you establish. So I really advise, if you join me for a trial, benefit from the trial to the fullest. One of the things that you need to do to benefit from the trial is to join all the channels. I will not see you benefiting from it if you join the trade, the trial, and you say, okay, I just want to look at the Nasdaq. You can just join the indices channel. Well, maybe that week I'll have nothing on the Nasdaq. Again, I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to give you a trade call that you benefit from. Maybe I'll have 3 calls on the oil, 1 call on the gold, and 2 calls on the Canadian dollar, for example, which I'm waiting for the Canadian dollar to give me an entry. So please join all the channels. Sometimes you will exit prematurely, and you're not going to benefit from the fall. You will make 50 ticks while I'm looking for 500 ticks, 400 ticks, which is common sometimes. I also, in our website, you will see us advertising for 1,000 ticks. It's really not hard to achieve 1,000 ticks at all, because we are doing now 2nd week, and we're already over 800 ticks in the trade calls. I only called 19 calls for the 2 weeks. You would say, I don't like trading currencies. Why not? Why don't you want to trade currencies? They will make money. Okay. So there's a lot of factors that you need to overcome to become a better trader. I'm talking about those who are trying to become better traders, of course. Okay. Learn the true reversals. Bottom line, folks, the idea is this will be the last place for you, because our method is ultimate. Really, I mean, unless you are a pure 100% scalper, which you can still, because I have a very great scalping system, which I'm doing. You will see me doing it in the room, in the live trade room. The difference is that in the live trade room, I can do it, but I cannot type every scalp here, because by the time, as I said, I type it, the scalp is like for 10 ticks, 15 ticks is gone. I can't. All right. And we have great scalping indicators. I'll show you. Look at this. This is the, let's look at the Russell. This is the Russell. I use 987 tick chart for smaller trades for scalps. And you see reversal level, scalp, magenta line, scalp, power lines. These are power lines, as you see. It's another indicator that we use. So we have some scalping, some great scalping levels that we could look into. Okay, but when I focus on my charts, I really focus on longer term, not necessarily for weeks or no, for a few hours, for a day, for half a day, for the session. Okay, so it depends on it all depends on that. My mission is to strip you out of your old bad habits. If you have bad habits, eventually you will, you know, if you join me or if you come to a trial, there's a reason. Either you want to learn or you want to become a better trader, add to your knowledge. So it's my job is to help you with that. So stripping you from old habit, because we all have bad habits in trading. Then I'm trying to install the new knowledge and the new fresh approach. Okay? Because the correct way of reading the markets is through volume profile, really, and our indicators. And we have, you know, look at this from Doug. I appreciate the fact that Simon is patient in protecting our money, and his calls are very accurate. He looks first for a reasonable stop. You see this? This is a member saying that before entering trades, and many of his calls go a long way beyond that. Okay, let's go back before I open up for questions. Let's go back to a couple of things. Let me end the presentation here. Okay. Once you join us, this is the members area, folks. Okay, hold on. What am I missing? Am I missing something? Yes, I am missing the main website here. Once you join us, this is the members area. In the members area, you will have access to the monthly rooms, the daily rooms that we have. You will have access to level 1. For example, level 1 is basically talking about Sierra charts, how to install the indicators, what do indicators mean, right? What do indicators mean? Each indicator, how to install it, how to use it here. For example, TTI, DRL, dynamic reversal level. Dynamic reversal level is this. If I look at the 60-minute chart, it's not there. If I look at 67, 987, here, this is dynamic reversal level. You see these lines? 45, 60-minute, 30-minute, 15-minute, okay? This is our dynamic reversal level. If you want to know now before you join the trial, just go back to the website, go back to education. I told you, if you join the trial, it's important to watch the first 2 videos. If you want to learn about our indicators, watch video number 4. Every indicator that I use is here, how I use it and what it means. Okay? Going back to the, where is it? Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, here. Where is it? Sorry, folks, I lost one. No, give me a second. Ah, here. Okay, we go back to this. Level 2, starting point, and then you come to level 3. Level 3 is very important. Level 3 is the advanced. Let's go to level 3. Level 3 is very advanced. Starts with a crash course on volume profile. These videos are made 2-3 years ago, some of them last year, but it's important. It's very important. It's very comprehensive. It will take you maybe a couple of days to view some videos and get more established in it. But the membership that I offer is mostly a lifetime membership or permanent. So you can take your time, no time limit. There we have monthly, but you will see it in the offers zone, in the offers page. What else? YouTube channel, folks. Watch some of the videos that I did. For example, the video about the ES and how I was able to find the target 4250 since last month is here. Today's crude trade is here. Okay, and basically at the end, memberships. It's you can it's explained here, but of course we have a special offer this month, but I'm not going to indulge in it. I'm just going to leave it to you, because once you get through the trial, memberships could be discussed according to your need, your expectations. I don't mind. I don't really reject anybody unless you're very unreasonable with me, because I'm always reasonable with you. Okay. That being said, I am kind of open for questions. Let me just see if we have any. All right. Questions. Give me a second, folks. We have a handout. I don't know if Anna gave you the handout. I want to see. Okay. The webinar has been recorded. Yes, I did my best to record it. If not, I'm doing it. I'm recording it. YouTube channel, Harry, just go to our website, thetraderinstitute.com. It's right there. Where's the website? Here. You go to About Us YouTube channel, okay? Jason. Hey, Simon, I'm in the trials. Yes, Jason, I know. I also went through your free education page and I am absolutely, thank you. I'm loving the Telegram channel and how accurate your trade calls are. Two quick questions. Do you offer permanent payment plan? Yes, we do. I mean, just talk to me. And what type of learning? It depends, really. You can take a month. You can take 2 weeks, please. I cannot copy your email, but you will get it, trader. So if you have any questions, any further questions, I'm here to answer. Please let me know. And what else do we have? I don't do stocks. Hey, Burger. Good evening, man. You still up? Pardeep. Good evening, Vivi. What else? Sierra charts we use, yes. We do. I do also have the indicators for Ninjatrader. I don't use it because I don't use Ninjatrader because look, I'm trading. This is part of what I trade. I have more more instruments. And let's say look at the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, over 10 charts, and they go 500 days, 5,000 days back. So Ninjatrader cannot handle this. I have the same indicators on Ninjatrader except for the SAL indicator, these magenta lines. I don't have this because the way it's constructed, I cannot do it on Ninjatrader. I have many Students use Ninjatrader, no problem. But yeah. Can the system, yes, I'll tell you why. Once you learn, the system can be applied to options, because what is options? It's longer term movement of the same instrument. You can trade options using, ETFs, ES, you can trade it on options, CL, all of them, long term you can use. And you can just basically, for example, I have the Dow. If I go the Dow 1 day, which is 1440-minute chart, I have a Dow do or die level here, which I put this morning. Look at these two arrows, do or die level. See this area? This is an arrow up, an arrow down. See this? Arrow down, and arrow up. But what do you see here? There's one. Pay attention. If I go to studies, if I go to Simon's attraction levels, out of 50, because I can put 50 of these market makers levels that are at market will either reject from or be attracted to, I put 1. So the biggest one, the most important one, is this price. So if I know the YM is coming to this to this level, what am I looking for? I'll be looking for a possible long, right? For using also uh, 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 options. And from my volume profile level, you can also guesstimate the entry level using options. Options are different. You don't have to be exactly to the tick, right? So you can tell, okay, I'm going to use options, and the YM is going to go to this level. Your what do you call it? Your luck, or not luck, but your what do you call it? I'm stuck with words, man. I've been talking all day. Your probabilities are higher. The indicators are all available for Sierra charts. All of them also, except for SAL, which is Simon's attraction level, these magenta lines on NinjaTrader. I will see you folks in the trials. Please go to the website and I'll show you how to get the trials again. Go to the website, thetraderinstitute.com. Anna has a handout for you. Please use it. Okay. And I'll also post it here for you. This is my handout. I'll just post it on the chat, or on the questions sent to all. Click on the 2-week trial, 2 weeks trial, and contact sales, or contact, if you go to contact us, just contact any of us, sales, Simon, or info, or James. Okay. Thanks everybody. Thanks for your time that you spent with me. I hope I did not bore you to death. I'll see you on the trials. Thanks everybody. Thanks Anna. Appreciate it. Thanks Berger. Thanks everybody.